Wait, get back!
Bye.
Okay. What? Oh no. What was I gonna say again? Oh, right. Greetings, fellow wait, how'd you get over here? What the? Greetings, fellow viewers and classmates. My name is Troy, and I am back with another school project video. Albeit, this has to be quite shorter because of the assignment's criteria. Today, I'm gonna talk all about me. Basically, I talk about who I am and what my future will be. So without further ado, let me show you guys the table of contents. First of all, let's start with why a video presentation and what about my learning style. Though it may not seem obvious, I'm a visual and auditory learner. This means that I pay attention and learn best when educated visually through my eyes and auditorily through my ears. Basically, I chose to make a video out of this project because it helps me express myself through visuals or audio, and it unleashes my creativity. And because I kinda suck at real-time communicating or presenting. Now that I have that out of the way, it's time to deeper with... Let's point the obvious out. I like to play video games. I'm a huge gamer. Whether it be laughing and crying at the Yakuza series or terrifying myself in Minecraft with mods. Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yakuza 0 and the entire Yakuza franchise being one of my most favorites because they hold a lot of meaning to me within their writing and messages, and because the games are genuinely fun to play. All in all, I put tons of hours into playing games because I really enjoy the stories and the gameplay they bring. They're also a source of inspiration for many types of projects I've worked on. Don't worry though, I don't waste my life and I do focus on assignments, projects, and other interests. Speaking of, I've been making videos on this channel for a while. Too bad I deleted them back in 2021. Creating video content has always been a passion and hobby of mine, as well as filmmaking. I've watched a lot of YouTube and YouTubers, as well as editing my own videos and watching some movies that helped inspire and build my interest in filmmaking. The thought of creating, editing videos or films to tell a story was always an intriguing thing in my eyes since I'm an expressive person with an interest and experience in technology. Talk about technology. I've mentioned this before for my 9th grade drama monologue video, but aviation has always stuck out to me. Flying inside of an airplane or a helicopter, knowing how they work, and watching them use as tools of war has always fascinated my peculiar brain. But I don't really plan on pursuing a job in aviation. Every year, I come to the Abbotsford Air Show just to appreciate aviation and all the planes that fly by there. Now, if I don't do something with interests like that, I draw them. Yeah, it might be basic, but I do enjoy creating scenes digitally or drawing physically, either to use as wallpapers, covers, promotional art, or just to showcase it and leave it as a piece I've created. It's a way for me to pass time and get creative, but what about a more educational interest? I like to learn about biology, specifically zoology, because human anatomy doesn't interest me too much. It's a similar case to aviation. Studying about other animals and what they do has always scratched that itch in my brain, especially arthropods. Arthropods scare people for most of the time, or people eat them, but they just intrigue me for no reason, and that's why I'm going to look into my personality to help discover who I am furthermore. Whoops, the suit kinda got loose. There we go. I consider myself a creative and expressive person. That's the whole reason I made this video in the first place, so I can express my creativity. Okay, in all seriousness, I'm someone who likes to effectively convey their thoughts or feelings, and one of those thoughts or feelings is my creativity. I always imagine scenarios or imagine original ideas or existing ideas with a twist, especially if it's artistic, and I translate those into reality, such as projects. Growing up, I got into a handful of arguments and miscommunications, especially in my adolescent years where emotions got the best of me at times, otherwise known as being a crash out. Lots of drama on the internet and real life shaped me into who I am currently. and that led me into taking responsibility more on my side and driving things into action more, because that's what someone who's responsible does. In a similar case as to how I am responsible, my past experience shaped me into being more honest. Lying has always been a burden for me, and I couldn't hold in a lie without telling the truth after a while due to guilt. I try to be honest and direct to anyone I know or trust because it's less consequences for me and you'll feel way better about yourself. Whether it's friends or family, I will always be supportive towards them. I want to see people succeed, or at the very least, just be happy when living life. It genuinely makes me feel better when supporting others, and I hate seeing people in a negative mood, so I want to be supportive in order to make people achieve their goals, feel better, and just be happy. Now, if we're going for personality types, according to my blueprint, they call me ESTJ, the supervisor. They're the types to enjoy the spotlight, goals and deadlines, socializing, and working through problems by discussing them with others, rather than quietly and independently reflecting on ideas. They likely feel invigorated when working in a group and may be impulsive, sometimes speaking their minds without careful consideration. On to values and motivations. A couple of my personality traits can carry on to values and motivations, such as my honesty and responsibility. But let me talk about what I really value besides basics like family, friends, or money. Being faithful, devoted, and supportive towards anyone or anything, whether it be religion or other people, is a very important thing to value. I try my best to stay loyal and committed to friends and family because they're important people in my life that I want to give my absolute best to. I wouldn't run away from someone's problems, and most definitely when they need help the most. I would try my best to help and give it with all I got, and that means by valuing your wholeheartedness. Wholeheartedness is about full commitment to something with your absolute best without holding back and embracing vulnerabilities while living authentically. I aspire to be my true self and make any effort count along the way. An example is this video right now, because I'm putting in my wholehearted and real authentic effort into an assignment late in the night before it's due. I'm not afraid to reveal my vulnerabilities, such as being honest with my imperfections, because I know what I need improvement on, or I know what weaknesses I have. Being wholehearted or genuine means that you should also take accountability. Similarly to responsibility, I value taking ownership of my actions and their consequences. I believe that it's good to be an honest person at times, and accountability is about being dependable and owning your results. All of the drama and arguments I had is an example of taking accountability, and it really made me feel better knowing I did apologize and forgive the people involved. Not only is accountability essential, but fairness should be prioritized for everyone included. I truly believe that people are equal and they all play their special part in life, and that's an example of fairness. It's better for me and my well-being to treat everyone equally and justly, without bias or favoritism, ensuring that everyone has a fair chance and is judged based on their merits, regardless of their background or circumstances. It helps make the world feel like a better place. While recognizing that fairness cannot always account for human fallibility, we must also cultivate a capacity for forgiveness. Being a petty person with things they hate is a waste of time and energy for me, emotionally and mentally. Unless they're known to be irredeemable or a horrible person, I try to forgive anyone I can and let go of bitterness and anger towards people who have considered wronged me. Having a grudge and a bitter distaste for someone will take a toll on you mentally, so it's best to either let go of them or settle it between them and let them forgive you or let you forget them, because people change and mature over time. But in terms of motivation, achievement is what keeps me going. I'm someone who likes trying to make big changes and feel accomplished. Achievement is a huge factor in what makes me motivated to finish assignments with great effort instead of just doing the bare minimum and putting passing marks. The desire for achievement pushes us to excel, and that excellence is built upon a foundation of inherent strengths. It's 10:30 in the morning, and the countless amounts of late night assignments are starting to take a toll on me. I think this proves that the average workplace is not for me. In all seriousness, I'm not overlooking everything, and I want to include everything instead of the bare minimum. That means one of my strengths is my attention to detail or observance. Whenever something like an assignment, a project, or a task is given to me, I want to make it as accurate as possible and thoroughly look through it. I tend to be a person who makes a lot of observations when I'm not doing anything as well, and I try to analyze information carefully as well as patterns in order to make decisions, but sometimes information can pique my curiosity. Though it may not look obvious, I am a curious person. I like to learn more about things, explore new ideas and experiences, solve problems to the best of my ability, improve on personal growth, and adaptability. It helps me view setbacks and failures as learning opportunities rather than being a real burden on me. After all, failing, first attempt in learning, is important for growth, and with these skills, they can contribute to my future plans. In order for me to prove myself and show what people at my school are capable of, I'm creating a large collaborative video project called Project Remedy. It's an action video series created by me with the help of the media arts teacher and some friends, using only the given resources from the school. It's meant to test the limits as to what me and other students can make, as well as making one of the school's best and most memorable pieces of visual media made. It's a work in progress with the writing almost done. If you want to know more, I'll try and keep the status of the project updated to you guys, whether it be another video, post, or in person. Also, this will look good in my portfolio for when I get into post-secondary. After high school, I'll plan to go to a visual arts college in Vancouver called Vancouver Film School. There, I'll get my Bachelor of Arts and hopefully make it into the University of British Columbia to further work on filmmaking and get a diploma or a degree. Well, if the UBC thing doesn't work out, then I'll still continue pursuing my dream career, and that is becoming a film or video producer and editor. I really want to pursue this career because of all the interests, projects, and other things leading me up to this point. I promise you guys, I'll make bigger quality media that you guys will enjoy for decades. And we're just about wrapping things up, so that's about it. It took me a whole day and night to finish all of this. Before the 28th, because I promised my teacher that I would finish on Friday, which is the 28th. I hope it lived up to expectations and I got my points across clearly. That's all I have to say, but I have one more offer. I make a deal. And more content.